Now we're on the mic. All right. Now we're on the mic. Welcome on in, YouTube fans, friends, new recruits, and veterans to the channel. Hey there. Back into the stream here on a Thursday. Holy crap. Already got an edit and a technical issue right off the rip, man. Holy crap. Everybody who is watching tonight, I appreciate you. You are the best. Anybody who jumps into the chat and hangs with us has a good old time too. I appreciate you even more. Grand Tactician tonight had planned on this, and we will continue our campaign as the Union. You can read the description below for more. Would appreciate if you did the favor of hitting that like button if you liked the video. Subscribe, hype the video, and become a member of the channel, man. We're growing. It's just $2 a month, and you can see a whole lot more, and we can get even more sophisticated with it, add all kinds of new tech and everything. So that'd be kind of neat. That'd be kind of neat. Yes, just saying. So back into the campaign, and if you read the description of the stream, where I post many of the kind of pre-planning, thinking details of what it is that I want to go ahead and get up to in the coming stream, you'll notice that my plan involves jumping into just some general winter time planning and also maybe preparing for coastal operations. We need to figure out what it is that we're going to be doing across 1863. There are a number of projects that I think I'm going to want to try to jump into. And there also may be an opportunity for us to get the Army of the Potomac moving all the way to Culpeper. And I mean the Army of Northeastern Virginia, of course. Keeping the fort garrison the same at about 3,300 men, 20 guns. We could move the rest of the army kind of toward Culpeper Courthouse, cut Magruder off, kind of get that much closer, isolate Magruder from Hood and Beauregard, who I believe to be down around here. I don't have any intel for that, though. Started right in the begin in the begin. But elsewhere, wintertime has set in large part. Let's go 5 times. We've got a new Confederate army that's pushing north out of Mississippi here. That was one thing I definitely had my eye on. But let's jump into projects real quick. So, we're not ready to do some of these yet. We're just, we haven't occupied enough southern territory. Finance measures to suppress any hostile population in conquered states, right? So, we're just not there yet. This is one. So, I've got this one on level 3 now. Okay, finance political reforms that will allow more efficient policymaking in the long run, whether this means structural change. Yeah, okay. So we've got the subsidy funding, so let's do that. Level 4. Wow. Subsidized agriculture. We have so farm mechanization. Let's go, boom, 2. All right, and then no more money for military or anything like that. So all of our project load is done. And this is another thing I didn't look at before. This is interesting right up here. Project effects. I was watching back to edit some video from, I think it was 2 streams ago or something, and I noticed there's this long list of project effects that I really had not looked at, read, internalized, or anything. So let's take a look at that now. Of course, before we get too far here, want to make sure we jump into the chat and all the groggy nuts watching at home tonight on a Thursday. I hope it's pleasant where you are. We are experiencing quite a cold winter where I live. I had to take that trash bin down to the curb and I about lost my fingertips on the way. My God. So, Project effects. Administrative reform for policy activation. So policy activation time is now plus 20%, which is pretty huge. And that reminds me of something I wanted to take a look at. Improved credit rating, one national credit rating plus 100%. So it doubles in value, right? Or it just goes up one. Market reform, one. Market efficiency plus 5%. Infrastructure, IP plus 10%. Subsidized industry, one. National industrial productivity plus 5. Trade warfare, 2. Okay, plus 10 and 10. Oh, this is one. Recruitment offices. We need more of those. So we're going to wait on our military subsidy funding to jump to 1.4 million, and we're going to start working recruitment offices. I would love to be able to avoid the draft if I can. Right? Have we done this one? Yeah, we've done this one, haven't we? Okay. Haven't we? No. Oh, it's active. They're currently doing it. Okay, I am underway with that. Good, good. And then we're doing bounties too. And we've done emancipation. Is it time, now that we've got a little bit of oomph, is it time to work on diplomacy? Diplomatic policies increase the maximum amount of annual diplomacy subsidies. Yep. Trade deals, improved. Yeah, this is something I think we should work on because I think this will help us get some of those weapons. I might have touched on that in our last stream, so I think we'll plan on that. Okay, no, so I was wrong. Look at this. We can come down here. Huh. All right. Fair enough. So we'll push our navies down the Mississippi, Tennessee rivers. I was also looking at working some naval this stream too. Let's get down here to the Helena Ferry real quick, and let's just see what we got down here. Is there a fort? If there's a fort, could be trouble. I don't think so, though. There's still nothing in this area. Tough to get moving in the snow, man. Just tough to get moving in the snow in general. All right. Jumped into chat. Everybody, let's chat and talk while we play the game. Come on now. Come on now. I think we got couple folks who are in. All right. Yeah, baby. Welcome on in. Got a small group who wants to chill tonight on some Grand Tactician. Thank you for joining, Jets. Appreciate you. And all you groggy nuts probably remember this railroad project that we had done. Let's get to this for the propaganda purpose. Santa fighting for the Union, says the Grand Herald. Thomas Nast depicts Santa Claus gifts to Union troops. Puppet Jeff mocking the CSA. Washington, January 3rd. Christmas has been celebrated in numerous ways, even during the Civil War. For example, in Massachusetts, it is seen as an unnecessary expense and should instead be a day of fasting by the Puritans and Lutherans. That's how it's seen. In the Confederacy, Christmas celebrations are as joyful as any other celebration in the South. But this year, cartoonist Thomas Nast has, for the first time, depicted Santa Claus in today's issue of Harper's Weekly. The good people at Harper's Weekly agreed to lend the illustration. Santa Claus evolving most likely from St. Nicholas, a chubby and plump jolly old elf. In the U.S., Kris Kringle has been a common variant of Santa. Nast's illustration shows Santa as an American patriot, bringing gifts to Union troops. No wonder the Confederacy sees Santa as a Dutch toymonger, a New England Hottentot. But as the Grand Herald is no fake news media, we'd like to point out that the real Santa Claus, the Christmas goat, lives in the Russian Grand Duchy of Finland on top of Korvunturi, a mountain made out of the skulls of disobedient children. Very well. I don't know if that's the AI pulling a fast one on us or perhaps the developers writing that in there somewhere. I'm not sure, but that's a very disturbing Christmas image. A mound of the skulls of children. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's clean it up. Come on now. Let's keep it family friendly. Look at this winter time. This is nuts. We don't have all of this railway yet. I would like to own all of it. I really would. We got to keep him up here. I'll tell you what. We can rename this John Pope in command of this force here. Let's call them Department of Kentucky. Bingo. We'll go with that. Under Major General John Pope with not that many men and about 12 guns, a couple of batteries. 5 concurrents in now. Who we got? Hunter Tay is with us. Yeah, I had meant... Hunter, I think maybe you were the one who had asked about that game a few streams back now. And that is a little game called Master of Command. Believe that was actually a game that was developed by a streamer or YouTube content creator. I've watched some of the stuff that he has posted before for sure. It's good stuff. That guy's got some seriously cool tech that he's working there. Now he's put out this game, Master of Command. I've not tried it. It is admittedly an era of Black Powder that I've been less interested in. So I'll say that. The era of the Frederick, and the great Prussian armies in the late 18th century, mid to late 18th century, is not a period I know real well. The best stuff I know from that period is the American Revolutionary War material, I would say. So I got a pretty limited knowledge base about it. And again, admittedly, kind of a limited interest. Let's go ahead and slow it down while we bat the chat. But I'm not against entertaining a game like that. I'm not against entertaining a game like that. We'll see. I've heard that the campaign for that one is pretty intuitive in terms of just kind of like what it feels like or what it looks like to me is like, and this is another good game, Ultimate General, whether that be the Civil War or Ultimate Admiral or what have you, those products. Like their campaign game is telling a story, right? Or it's from point to point. It's not wide open like you see with this, with all kinds of different complexities. You're kind of going from the beginning of your army's story, from one thing to the next thing, to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing, all along the way, making your army more powerful in one way or another with this little side thing or that little side thing. It seems like there's kind of like a quest line structure applied to the campaign game, which I think could be fun. But I also would say that's not my ideal of a war game. If you're going to play a campaign of a war game, right? So my interest with Master of Command would most likely end up being with the tactical battles like you're talking about. I think that those could be a lot of fun. I've seen the graphics and those look pretty good. It's pretty impressive. And, I may invest in that. I'd have to pay for the game. And money is not in in major supply on the channel just yet anyway. So, we'll see. Maybe. I'm having a whole lot of fun with these games that I'm playing now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna make a request at some point. I just know it. I'll be asking around, see if you guys would be willing to tolerate this. And I'll put it to you guys who are live on the chat tonight. I think it would be good to get some early feedback about this thought that I had. And by the way, we're going no mason jar and a beer to start. We're gonna do a little coffee. We got to get caffeinated for this session tonight, I think. But at some point down the line here, and maybe sooner rather than later, I would love to be able to throw in like some console RPG gameplay on the channel. One that has hit, but not much, is one that has hit before years ago when I actually started the full role play, well-practiced playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 2, my Being Arthur Morgan series. And by the way, if you've not seen that, you're live on the stream now. If you have the free time and you want to check that out, I'm proud of that one. I'm proud of that one for sure. I might like to get back to streaming and cutting up videos for Red Dead. Or another favorite of mine, which is kind of in the alternate history vein. Red Dead I consider to be also kind of in the alternate history vein a little bit, especially if you're going to RP that thing hard. Assassin's Creed. I think that's probably the other series of games that I would go with. The 7 Years' War about Master of Command. So I was, you got me thinking about like what else I might want to do. So Master of Command is one I would like put on my list as one to give a go at some point down the line. Maybe after I've done the CSA campaign in this one. And it all depends. If you guys end up wanting to see it real bad, it's like that's like you let me know. Maybe we'll run a poll. If enough of you guys are like, "Hey man, I want to see you play Master of Command," then we'll do it and see how that goes. But like I was saying before, in the realm of kind of other games, and this is one where it's like I can set it up where I'm able to just pick it up and play, and I won't be on camera probably, at least to start with, because I don't quite have that set up figured out yet. But with the ability to just pick up the console controller, fire up the stream, because I've got a PS5, and you can pretty much just push a button and enter in a little bit of data. Yeah, I've got it linked to my YouTube page, my YouTube channel, and just fire up a stream and boom, off you go. And that would be one where, like, if there's some Red Dead or some Assassin's Creed I want to play on the side, like in between these, more personal, more meaningful PC strategy gameplays, that I could do that and pick it up like on an off night, or if I've got a space of an hour or two during the day sometime, pick up the controller, push stream, and boom, there's some Red Dead gameplay for you, or there's some Assassin's Creed gameplay for you, or I don't know, maybe you guys would be into me playing some Ark. It's a really big hit game right now. You can immerse into that, and there's like kind of an alternate history behind it. The lore in Ark is pretty good. Same as Red Dead, same as Assassin's Creed. So I'd get early feedback. What do you guys think about me doing a thing like that? Again, kind of on like off days, off nights, not when I'm doing the regular wargaming. And at some point here in the next several days, I'm probably going to put like a poll up and see what the feedback is on that. It could be a total dud. Nobody wants it. That's very possible. I just know that some of those games, admittedly, will maybe help grow the community that much faster. And I've gained some skill in those games too. So, Underground Railroad opens. A great engineering feat. Steam trains under the ground. 38,000 carried in one day. The British jubilant. Okay. Oh, I see. So this is a literal Underground Railroad. The London Underground Railroad has officially opened. The world's first underground railway, built in London, has opened its first section between Paddington and Farringdon. The first gaslit wooden carriages were hauled by steam locomotives, and 38,000 passengers were carried on the opening day. The new Underground Railroad is needed as the City of London has grown greatly during the early 19th century with over 200,000 people entering the city each day on foot in the 1850s. The plans for such a railroad were made promptly, but the project was slightly delayed due to funding difficulties during the Crimean War. Construction began in March 1860 using the cut and cover method, and during construction, thousands of people's homes were destroyed. With the line now in operation, the Underground Railroad, very different to the one in America, will be further expanded to help the City of London beat the chronic traffic jams above ground level. So, you know what I'm reminded of when I read about this and learn about its history? Is a scene in the movie Darkest Hour with Gary Oldman playing Churchill, and he goes down in that Underground Railroad subway system, right? In London to ask the people what they think about whether or not the Brits should pull out of Dunkirk and keep fighting or surrender and negotiate with the Germans, and the people tell him to fight. He was in that subway system when he went down there and talked to the folks. That's what that makes me think of. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that the Brits had figured out subways before we did. Funny how they throw in the Underground Railroad pun in there as well. That's good. That's good. That's good. Jolly good. Jolly good. Armored gunboats. We can do that. Recruit agents. So what is this? How is this different? So finance recruitment of agents to spy on the enemy and to report their troop. Oh, I see. Increasing intelligence gathering with improved intelligence. Yep. You know what? No, I still want to do recruitment offices. But having agents in the South will be important going forward. Let's see what everybody thinks. Oh, Rob. Hey, Rob. You stopped playing Assassin's Creed because of Shadows? Tell me more, man. A lot of people playing Ark. If I jumped onto Ark, I think that folks would dig it. Although solo Ark runs aren't as fun as group Ark runs. I've got a couple of guys that I play with from time to time. I could at least record to start with. We get together and we have some fun. And, BS our way through some Ark raids. I've got a character that's up to like level 25 right now. What are we at? Oh my gosh. British intervention only at 16%. Get out of here. Oh, you can see recent influences, this list of things. Tariff Act is taking it down. Letters of marque. Interesting. Union Projects has, affected it wow. The other thing I was going to remind about, I guess you might say, is we have these railroads that are going in, right? So, which ones? Cincinnati. That would be a good one to build, I think. The Ohio and Missouri. That was one. Is it done now? Okay, no, it's not built yet. And then the Pittsburgh and Indianapolis. That one's not built yet. That would be a good one to do. Yeah, so they're at 12%, 17%. I see. Okay. See, because, and what I'll be interested in is to see on the map filters, is transport bottlenecks, how that, see, look, this is our problem. Look at them. This is our problem in the game right now. We have to solve for this out here, and I believe it has everything to do with us only having a few, especially from the farm country, only having a few east-west rail lines, and so that's why we're adding these two, the Ohio and Missouri. So that'll go all the way across here, closer to the Ohio River. That then will link eventually into this that goes all the way east to Pittsburgh, which then can move everything east into the New England and Northeast area there, the eastern seaboard, and off to the markets that I've already put up here. So that'll be good. Do we want to... do we want to put some factories out west, I wonder? First of all, how are we looking? So yeah, official feedback. Like, I'm gonna run a poll at some point. If I was to do some console gameplay, not grand strategic. However, in my role plays, I do try to plan out something that's like a LARP run, live action role play run, where I have in my head a checklist of I want to have this, I want to do this, I want to get that, I want to do this. I want to hit this mission. I want to do this side quest. I want to do that story mission. I want to go jump over and see if I can get that and that. And then, of course, some of it's kind of left to chance as I go along. I try to plan those out, and I try to set it up so that when I do it, it'll end up being about a 1.5 to 2 hour stretch of entertainment. That's kind of what the idea has always been. But again, go check out those Being Arthur Morgan videos, that series, which is just a straight RP of Red Dead 2. So I think what I would want to do would be Red Dead 2, Assassin's Creed, or to play Arc Raiders and just jump on there and have some fun with everybody in chat. I've gained some skill with that one. I think those, Assassin's Creed, Red Dead 2, Arc Raiders, I think those would be the ones I'd be interested to get your feedback about. If you would be interested to watch. Would be the particular bit of information that that I'd like there, obviously. So we'll hope that the transport situation gets sorted out sooner rather than later. This is the sort of stuff that you've got to deal with in the wintertime. Can we do a military academy? Construction not possible? You need to increase military education project to level... Oh, okay. Yeah, we can't do that. Okay. News agency. Let's build another one of those. Let's put one of those. Let's put one of those. Ooh. Should we put one in Nashville? Let's just do it. Let's put one in Nashville. Right there. Did it put it? I don't think it did. Right there. Bingo. 2.8 million for that. So the Army of Kentucky is there to guard that. Okay, now here was the other thing. So in our last stream we were talking about this. This is a big one. Is that part of the plan here for the war is we're going to try best we can to set about grabbing up as much Confederate salt as we can, right? So let's go back over this again. One of them is Weber Salt Works in Fort Smith area, right? It's right here. And then guess which army is in the way? And you better believe that they're guarding that as well as Fort Smith. I would bet that has everything to do with why they retreated in this direction. Salt's pretty important. Of course, I don't know that. That's just what I'm saying. It helps support my conclusion, man. Like, hey, that's what you got to do. So I'll believe that it's true. I'll believe that it's true. A lot of players here. Rail report Assassin's Creed, anything but Shadows. Okay, so Rob, appreciate that feedback, right? So what I play is I don't play Shadows. I got about 80 hours on Shadows. But I've got about 380 hours on Valhalla. And I would basically just jump into where my character's at now. I'm almost OP everywhere, but I'm still having a good time, having some challenging fights and some challenging quest lines. I'm not all the way through the main story yet, and I'm able to patch together some pretty good LARP runs in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So that's the one I would probably look at. And then if I were to finish that, the next one I would jump into after that would be Odyssey or Origins. Probably Odyssey, but I haven't decided yet, obviously. Okay. This army of Tennessee just keeps creeping. They just keep creeping. Let's go. Let's take center wing under Stevens. Let's go ahead and march him up here. Don't make it a forced march. Go ahead. 2 in the morning. They'll get their orders forthwith. Oh my gosh, in 17 hours? All right, fine. That may have something to do with that rebel force being there. The other thing I'd love to do, just don't like moving along. So it's like moving along on the roads, same as over there in West Virginia. It's just ill-advised, right? Just ill-advised. Let's take a look at these armies again. I don't think I've looked at kind of who's who. Porter, Harney, Schenck. Is it possible that it's time to upgrade to core here? I'm just not sure that's the way things are. Got a bunch of cav attached to the army headquarters. How are these guys doing? No stars. 1 star. He's already Brigadier General. Colonel James Totten. Oh, Totten's been doing good. So what if we promote him? Let's do that, and let's go ahead and make... I think I might like to make a cavalry division. Is he even a cavalry commander, by the way? No, he's an artillery commander. There's something we... Let's get busy taking a look at this real quick. All right. All right, so Shep is an artillery guy. Let's see if we can replace him with an infantry unassigned, suitable rank army, infantry guy, all lieutenants. Let's do William Smith, please. All right, so Shep will now take over for... Ooh... Alonzo Adams. There was an internal conflict. Adams was caught at a local brothel and must be replaced. Unfortunately for him. Suitable, ready for duty, artillery. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We missed it up. Did we mess it up? What if we did... okay, so suitable... okay. Oh, crap. Okay. We're going to lose... who was that guy? Shep? Henry... Shep! Where is he? Ah! I lost him. Langdon, Gibson, Benjamin, DuPont, Tyler, Califf, Hazlitt, Cushing, Haskell, Parsons, Green, Randall, Barnes, Woodbury, Cedric Weed, Siegel, Randall, Barnes, Woodbury, Cedric Weed, Siegel. Okay, got it. Okay, crap. Well, whatever. Let's look and make sure that we've got some artillerists around here. So Totten, we need to replace him with a cavalry officer. Can we find a decent cavalry officer? There's only 5 of them. Reed. Here we go. Martindale. Lieutenant. Let's go. Martindale, and now Totten will take over for Alonzo Adams, the adulterer. Let's go. Boop. Totten. Where are you, Totten? Oh, that's right. Crap. Artillery. Suitable rank, cavalry shoot, ready for duty. Yeah. There's 37. Is there any Totten anywhere? I don't see a Totten. I see a DuPont. Saxon best player Morgan Mora. No. Henry Clausen. No. Woodbury Haynes. Okay, I don't know where our guys went here, but I think we'll have to give it a couple of days and we'll find him. Schenk. Wow, he's pretty famous. Harney is very famous. They're major generals. All these guys are colonels. Brigadier General John Abercrombie, very good. He's very, very talented. William Wallace. Granger is pretty darn good. Man, I don't know. I don't think we're ready to put divisions together, corps and divisions and all that. We don't have enough officers just yet. I think we'll hold off on that for now. Just wanted to take a closer look. Yeah, Odyssey. Dreadnoughts, huh? I'm not sure which one that is. Is that Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts? Yeah, that's... I don't think I've got that one. I've got Ultimate Admiral Age of Sail or whatever that's called. Yeah. Here we go with the Army of Tennessee on the move up here. What do they got? 9,000 troops. I can't imagine that they're going to do well. Okay, so down here, let's take the Wool's Corps. Let's move them by train down to Culpeper. Let's give the artillery reserve. Oops, nope. The artillery reserve will go with him. Take the train. Magruder, maybe we can bait him. Maybe, just maybe. I'm not seeing that credit rating go up yet. Might be a little discouraging here. Might feel a little discouraged about that. All right, can we get moving over here? Center wing, trying to get their shiz together and meet at this crossroad with the Army of Tennessee. Try to start another battle. Bet you we'll be back on Big Rock Mountain again. Been there for a while now. Yeah. So Odyssey would be one Assassin's Creed game that I'd be interested in getting back into. That's for sure. I've had a ton of fun with Valhalla. I'll tell you that. We're getting close to time to go fill up a Mace Chardonnay beer. I think it might be time to do that. I want to make sure that we're moving up here, though. Are we going? Yeah. Moving slow, though. Very slow. Let's go 5 times, see what happens here. There we go. Get into combat radius. Shoot. Okay, we're camping. Looks like there's nothing down here. Wow. Wow. All right, let's get back up here. Or should we explore more? Should we explore all the way to Vicksburg? Goldsboro's little squadron here. Let's go see what's down there. Maybe we'll get in a naval battle. If there are no forts at all... Ooh, geez. We get down here to Memphis. We start building the army up there. Use the Navy to help patrol the river. And we can just hop from Memphis straight down to Vicksburg and then straight down to Nolens and Baton Rouge. We just need to have enough, enough troops to take those areas, land there, and then take them and hold them. That'll be the main challenge with that. And appreciate the feedback about the possible console idea. I'm going to send out a poll. This will be a while from now. This is something I'll probably do in the coming months, I would say. We're not ready to commit to it just yet. We got a project that says What is this? Cavalry carbines. Finance mass production of rapid-firing, short-range cavalry carbines of different types. All these weapons have been in production already in the 1850s, but as their use and hence demand has remained low, the number of these weapons has remained limited. What else? Armored gunboats. Recruitment offices. Bingo. Finance the establishment and management of recruitment offices across the nation. With local and effective recruiters managing the nation's recruitment effort, more volunteers are likely to offer their services for the nation's cause. Each level of this project further increases the number of available volunteers. Yes! Another level for that because we are short on recruits. We have done and have begun working on bounties, but it's going to take another couple of months to get that done. Obviously, adding this, okay, that's going to take a while. Yeah, okay. It's only so much you can do all at once, huh? Ooh, right. What will this do? I forgot. An act that changes the contract length of new volunteer units 36 months, the duration of the war. Yeah, okay, got it. I think, recruitment quotas are also increased, meaning we'll also get a boost to our available manpower. That'll be good. Let's get back over here. Got a pursuit underway over here in Pennsylvania. The Army of Tennessee has elected to make itself pesky once again. Let's get the center wing moving just a little further, right about there. No river movement, just march. We won't let them get too far away. Okay, we got 4th Corps forward. Let's bring the 3rd Corps with. Right there on trains. Thank you. And then the Army headquarters right tucked back in here by train. Thank you. All right. How's it going for a Thursday night, boys? How's it going for a Thursday night? How are we looking strategic, right? Oh, looky here. Wow, that has changed. While their national support is low, the morale of their armies is back up through the roof. We've taken a lot of time off. I think that mirrors their readiness. They don't have as many men as us. They've taken a lot more casualties than us. That's good. All right, now. Get that clock moving. Got these Rebs on the run. Still taking forever to get our orders over here, which is frustrating. Oh, here's Hancock's 5th Corps. Well, let's bring him and put him kind of here. He'll have to march. This needs to be remedied for sure. We need to go half full. We need to go half full. Yeah, I only just recently kind of figured out. So we'll keep this one full for sure, because it's feeding all these guys, and they're in the range. Good. And Army of Tennessee's got itself some trouble. All right, here we go. Right here. We weren't reinforcing this army, were we? If we did, though, if we did, what would we add? Let's just say, what do we have? Right? We added more reinforcements. Oh, here we go. Yeah, we got a bunch more out of Pennsylvania. There's much more out of Wisconsin. Let's bring some... Oh, would you look at that? Colorado, New Mexico Territory troops. Let's bring some Colorado troops in. Let's bring a cavalry brigade from Colorado. 1,250 men. Boop. Boop. They'll look like that. That's fine. Right? Increase our cavalry force a little bit. Again, maybe convincing myself sooner rather than later. If we add 2 more infantry brigades, I feel like we could start forming corps with this one. I feel like it may be a good idea for us to do it. We've got... Each division is pretty strong on its own. I just don't trust it. You know, splitting the army up and sending part of it south. We got this fort to deal with here, which is not going to be easy. I think we're going to have to take the war into Oklahoma, which is interesting. At least that's what it appears to be. What about over here now? Okay, good. Oh, look at all this. Look at all this. And so an army will refill its artillery from a depot, right? That's how we were seeing the Confederates get, you know, one of their armies over like in the east in West Virginia would lose 20 guns, right? Well, and they would be down to 5 at the end of the battle. But then the next time around when we would see them again, they'd have 30 guns again. They come from the depots. Okay. Pickett's Corps. 27,000 men and 20 guns. Here we go. Oh, boy. Are we going to do one on the Shiloh battlefield right here in winter? No freaking way. You got the Rebs using the railroad to help keep their readiness up, coming at us in West Tennessee. From the Army of Mississippi, it looks like. Let's bring the Ohio Squadron back to Memphis. Oh. Oh. Did they run into something down here? Let's go back to our messages real quick. Results of the Battle of Baldwin Ferry. The Battle of Baldwin Ferry has ended with the Mississippi Squadron retreating. The engagement was a remarkable strategic victory, with the enemy fleet steaming to the safety of their harbors. 2 ships sunk, condition the enemy fleet believed to be barely afloat. Oh, we suffered 3 sunk. Deteriorated. We have 9 ships now. Oof. Okay. So they're retreating. And the Army of the Mississippi will face Pickett's Corps. Right here, baby. This is going to be a good one, I feel like. 22,000 men against 26,000 men. These are the, you know, this has been kind of the size of the engagements that we've had through most of our episodes. And this will be a January battle. Oof. get back to the location, the proper location. Pickett with 4 stars. You got Pickett with 4 stars right here. Holy smacks. Interesting. 19 guns. They don't have any cav, but they've got 26,000 hardy infantrymen, outnumbering us by about a division or so. The Army of the Mississippi facing the Army of Mississippi in West Tennessee. What are we going to have this time, everybody? Cheers. Remind you, folks, if you like the video or like the stream, click that thumbs up button for me. You're the biggest help for that. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Once again, reminder about that, man. Little as $2 a month. Get the badges, get the emotes, you get priority and communication when we're streaming live. I feel like dropping any dollars while we're streaming too. That's great. Anybody who jumps in on that. That's always welcome. We've had a few that have done that very thing. Cadwallader, his second swipe at battle. He fought one. Has he fought 2 now? I can't remember. Jackson North Railroad, Tennessee. Our army to prepare for battle. The Battle of Jackson North Railroad? I don't know about that one. We are facing Pickett's Corps, 27,000. Enemy army inexperienced. The morale is reported to be determined. Supply situation outstanding. Supply rate outstanding. That's good. General George Cadwallader. We got a meeting engagement. Indeed, on the Shiloh battlefield. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Okay. What is it going to be right here? What are we going to do? Owl Creek is in our way. The objective is right in the center where the Rebs... So we'll meet them somewhere right in the middle there. Oh, no. We'll be able to get to the objective first. Oh, boy. Okay. Let's bring the army out, shall we? Good. Very good. I think we still just have divisions here. All right. Morell's division. Sanford's division. Mansfield's division. And Heinzelman's small demi-brigade, we'll call it. Let's remind ourselves real quick what kind of troops we've got here. These are status regulars, okay, with the Lorenz rifles. Robinson regulars with the Plains rifles. Shaw, poor training but with rifled muskets. Nelson, same. These are volunteers. These guys have mixed muskets. Ouch, okay. Enfield, mixed muskets, regulars, and volunteers. Lion is back. These guys are untrained with mixed muskets. Want to believe that, and this is their first first battle. Those are our new troops. None of the rest of these guys are as green as Lion's brigade. Lion being brought back, command some green troops. That's not very nice. So, starting off 3:30 in the morning right here. Oh, God, look at this. Oh, my God. Oh. Oh, wow, what a battle we've got right here. This is something else. Huh. So artillery ain't going to matter for much. Oh, this is not so great. Not sure what that's about. We got an issue with the water right there, but we got ice here. Okay. Not sure what that is. So there's a there's a little glitch in the game. It's not going to ruin it. Not going to ruin it. I'm not going to let it ruin it. So let's come forward with Morell's division first. Let's get them in a single line. like that. Let's have Sanford's division next. Get him in column right on the crossroad. Let's get the guns right on the road to begin with. Let's get you here. Let's bring the commanding general forward right here. We're going to have Mansfield's division. We're just going to have to bring the whole army in up through here. And this will be just a dirty, ratty fight, I think, through this whole area here in this damn snowstorm. Wow. Mansfield's division. Let's shoot. Let's just do this. Bing, bang, boom. Heinzelman. Just line them up, one behind the next. Army will just be coming in right down the road, moving toward the objective immediately. I don't want to be overconfident by any stretch. Rebs have way more infantry than us. Revere, there he is, Cadwalader. Right there, we have to make sure that we guard this. Rebs coming from here. Okay. Right. We don't want to do anything too tricky. We've really only got one road to work with anyway. Whew. All right, let's take another look at this. Consolidated strength report. This is a much more evenly matched battle, yo. This one's maybe got me just a tad worried. Maybe the Army of Mississippi is able to deal us a defeat. Here we go. Let's push that play button. We're going to get Morrell out. We're going to line him up here. Sanford's next. He'll get set here. Mansfield after that. Here. Some of the reserve artillery with him over here. Didn't select the reserve artillery. I selected infantry. Some of this artillery over here with him. Bingo. Okay, and then Heinzelman. He'll be... We'll put him kind of out on the left. They'll start in column. That'll be fine. We'll give him a battery as well. Over here, they'll jump off the road. Right here. Just like that. We'll have Revere's Cav. We're going to have them jump over here like that. Right? And then Cadwalader, who I can now survey the Army's dispositions from, will move and make his headquarters, I think, right down here on the river for the first phase of the battle right here. All right. The secret of the oozes, yes. A cold and blustery early morning march. Look at this. Got the boys up 3:45 a.m. and on the march out on the road. Make us cross that bridge. Gentlemen, pack all of your clothing, on your body and put it in layers. You know how your mama taught you, right? So I don't have any shoes. Wow. I've fought in a snowy battle before in Southwest Missouri, I think it was, or maybe like right near the border with Hooker's Army of the West. I've fought in one before. Oh, we're getting jammed up. I just have a sense about this one, though. This meeting between the two Mississippi armies, as it were. It feels fated somehow. I don't know. It feels fated somehow. Really hoping we don't have to stop the stream in the middle of this one either. I don't know. Maybe this ends up going to a couple of days. We're going to start formed up near the objective. You know that the rev. So what I think I might want to do is after we get the army out here is push. Keep pushing. I want to do this to test a theory I have about how the AI will behave. Another one. Like I want to... I'm continuing to try to like perfect the dance that we're doing with the AI. Hey there AI. You want to have a fun battle over here? You want me to push out just a little more and you can try to flank me over there? You know, I'm trying to create stories here. I'm trying to create stories. So that's something I might be curious about with this here. Let's see what we can do, right? This is all about lore creation, world building at the end of the day. Go Mississippi! Not everybody's from Mississippi, but God, we both claim it, that's for sure. All right, we'll go 5 times. Let's try to get everybody up and deployed. And see where we're at. Push further out, right, to Farley Field and meet them further forward. And my theory is that doing that will create a more dynamic AI approach, because they'll be trying to get to the objective, like somehow, like getting around me. I mean, they're going to have to deal with me in one spot or another, but that they'll try to flank or something. Oh, wait, here we go. You got Wheeler's Infantry Brigade running smack into Willard with his carbines. Is that where the revs are? Here we go, gents. Let's dismount. Lawler, where are your guns? Okay, got it. Revere is in position. We'll dismount him. He can stop worrying about the roads for now. Dylan. Might want to throw him in. I think we got to wait, though. Would appear the revs are already pretty far forward. Okay, 2 times. All right, they've stopped. They're not deploying skirmishers right now. Let's go loose order. Double time, boys. Infantry up behind. Got a Confederate division. It's made its way here. I think I stick with the deployments that we've got working right here. Stick with them for now. Tupelo, yeah, Tupelo, Mississippi. I drove through Tupelo when I was on my way moving south for a job on the Gulf Coast. I drove through Tupelo. I did not get a chance to stay there. Been to Pascagoula, Mississippi, Biloxi, Mississippi. Spent plenty of time in those two places. So I think we're going to have, who is it, Morell's division. It's going to move forward and probably get into contact with these Confederates, who are now moving off the right toward these guns, and I don't love it. Go ahead, unlimber, gents. Are they attached to the Army commander? Okay. New Confederate unit here. More new Confederates there. Cullum's brigade moving up. Robinson's brigade moving up. Let's get some skirmishers out from both. Let's slow it back down again. Here we are, 5 in the morning. And we're about ready to see first shots. Bingo. All right, those Confederates, I think, were coming after these cannon. Let's go ahead and have them reposition on that fence. Let's have Revere. I don't want you to really charge there, buddy. Let's go loose order. Stop. Cullum's brigade engaged. Crazy, the battle environments to develop, right? So this game gives you the ability to really to come up with some good stuff. All right, Sanford's division. We need to shake them out into a line. Stop, 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 stop. Where's that courier? No! No! Mount. No! Fine. Charge them now. Ah! All right, you've got Revere over here that can't get it together. Just didn't quite get that done. We got a division of Confederates here. Our division on the right is going to be a little hard pressed, it looks like. Lucas. Those boys. We got a battery over there. That's good. Revere. Did we dismount again? Firing in melee, unstable, and broken. Broken cohesion, that is. Their morale is still good for now. Probably need to retreat but we can't control them. They're broken. Okay. All right. Well, Rebs have got us on this flank. Heinzelman, you need to bring Lion back over here. Got Heath's brigade moving off the right. Ooh. Stuff getting hot already, man. Damn. Robinson, join there with your planes rifles. Good. No. Stop. Willard, following an order to redeploy that was sent, I believe, from Morrell without my say-so. Sanford, need you to move forward. There's Revere. Still doesn't have a lost resilience route, so he'll come back here and rally. Okay, these cannons need to change facing and come up here. In this snowy early morning battle. God, I love this stuff. I don't love it when our cavalry does this, though. This is wild and crazy stuff. Stop doing AI things. Mount up. See, they're just walking themselves into flanking fire right there, damn it. Alright. Now, get the hell out. Okay, I can't do anything. They're broken. Alright, so both of our cavalry brigades have knocked themselves out of the fight. Got to deal with these things, man. Got to deal with these things, man. Got to deal with these things, man. They're going to be flanking, and it's going to be on Lyon's brigade. We could push this direction. Lion is going to be the key over here. Also, these boys. I want you there. I want you here. We got to play defense on this right side with a passion. With conviction. That wind blowing. Got skirmishers that are going to go out. Looks like we broke them. Right there. Get some skirmishers out this way. Set up the line here in this wildland area at the old Shiloh battlefield. Come on, gents. Dylan. You're with Sanford, right? Did he detach somehow? Is he feuding? No? Fine, let's detach you. And then we'll feed him off to the right. Cohesion is failing with this unit. Our AI commanders appear to be doing... We need to... let's put them on defend. Fine. Let's do that. Let's have Morrell. Let's just put him on defend. You got Shaw. Doing something. I'm not quite sure what. Lion over here. All right, Lawler's guns. Let's get them forward. Let's get them right here. See if they'll stay there. Okay, looks like we've got these guns that probably could be repositioned right up here, as this right flank really looks vulnerable. These guys trying to get themselves sorted out. This is getting a little silly. Stop double timing. Let's get some skirmishers out. I know the AI commander will do that sort of a thing for us at times, but we've got a major rebel attack against this flank. Ooh, as Pickett's Corps. Oh my word, let's go. We need to counter this. Columns troops, good. Robinson's, these guys skirmishers, let's go here. Lion, we need you. Cohesion is failing again. Looks like this brigade's going to come this way, push with their skirmishers. Lucas moving off to the right, like I told him to do, but it's taking him forever. And his orders have changed now. Mansfield changed them. Robinson, push up here. Who is this? Nagel's brigade. Nagel in a brave move. Shoot there, please. Artillery. Here we go. Don't worry about the double time. They're going to charge, move forward. Nagel in a brave attack. Holy smokes. Nagel right here. Oh yeah, he's gonna open up on him. There you go. Fall back, buddy. Just needed to get him to stop. Oh, we got a nasty Confederate attack over here on this right side. I think Dillon is detached, right? He's gonna have to be redeployed over this way. Go, go, go. Shaw, attack. Get your skirmishers out. Ooh, man, you might see me lose one tonight, y'all. To the AI, no less. Taking heavy casualties while falling back. Did we lose the gun crews? We did. We gotta fall back. We gotta retreat, guys. We gotta retreat. Damn it. Oh, do they have to finish their fallback move? I think so. Lion. Get out in line. Still pushing up here. Cullum saving the day. Lucas is with us on the right. Disorganized. Hanging on in Widow Howell Field. Widow Howell Field right there. Yeah, shoot down on them. Canby's battery. Let's try and get these boys. Let's get their skirmishers out and have them picking away there. Oh, we're managing to hold on the right. Bit by bit, we got a broken brigade. Shoot, that's a lost resilience route. They lost over half their men in the space of not a lot of time. Wow, what a wild battle we got right here, gents. Rebs, might out, Fox this. Let's get up on this fence. Charge move there, go. Heinzman, get up there too. You boys got your skirmishers out already. Fine. Cullum. We're not taking heavy casualties here. That's good. We got the help of our main general. That's good. Let's go ahead and attack here. Let's attack here. Willard's cavalry is back to being panicked. Where's Nagel? Okay, that's a lost resilience route, right? Okay. These guns here can hold this side, and the infantry on the right is key. This is going to be key. As the sun rises over the battle, we can see the full breadth of the destruction. We're going to fall. We're going to retreat to this fence line right here. Go back. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Get back, Mansfield. Okay, we're going to try to hold on this side of the field and have them come across at us. See if we can hold the line on this right side. As the Rebs come right at us and right at that victory location. Rob, you got it. Tough fight tonight. AI was clever tonight. Yes, sirree. So they're going to swing around this right side. As Nagel and the artillery crews run off. Lucas is now broken. Back to Mansfield. Cullum's next. These guns need to charge move to there and get set. Dillon's brigade will be in a good spot here. We're going to get him there. And we're oh my gosh, Pickett's Corps. They made a massive move over here off our right flank. Wow. Wow. Oh, I'm impressed by this one, everybody. Unstable. Holy smokes. Nelson, bring your skirmishers back. We've lost 2 brigades. We got 3 to their, I don't know how many. I would say Lion needs to get back in these woods right here. Retreat, move to there. Heinzelman, get behind him. When you're doing that, go ahead, get some skirmishers out. Let's see if we can hold them up at the stream bed right here. As that wind keeps whipping and the snow keeps coming down. Come on, boys. No, I want the skirmish unit. Freeze, thank you. Can we bring them out here? Yeah, retreat, move to there. Oh, come on, boys. Come on, boys. Dillon, you're standing around. What you doing that for? There we go. Now we got him. Oh, what an aggressive rebel attack. Got me. Got me. Willard's going to back up. Mansfield needs to back up. Okay, we managed to slow their momentum a bit here. Cullum's about to be flanked. Can't get skirmishers out for him. Let's change his facing a bit. Other way, buddy. Other way, buddy. Come on. Other way, buddy. Oh my word, our troops are not behaving this evening. Come on. Come on, boys. They're forming going the wrong way. Ah. Okay, we gotta. We are under serious pressure here. We gotta get these guns out of here. Right up on the objective. Bingo. We gotta get these guns out of here and right up on the objective. Cullum's gotta fall back. Cullum's got to fall back, but he's already engaged. Okay, here, these boys need to fall back. They won't do it. Cullum's brigade's going to be getting myrtleized up here. Come on, boys. You got to get out of there. They're winded, trying to reform. They're over here trying to reform in the woods, and they're having a hard time getting themselves together. Poor performance of this army today. The Army of the Mississippi Lion over here and his green troops. We're going to try to put some pressure on this flank. How about Willard's cavalry comes up here on the double quick. Oh my word. I don't think there's any chance we turn this thing around, but fighting it for the moment. Yeah, this guy's almost out of here. Get the heck out of here, man. Yeah, sure, charge move there. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it, big guy. Alright, we need to get the heck out of here. Pull back. Shaw, we gotta pull back with you, buddy. Yeah, right about there. Guns, pulling back. Canby's guns. We need to get them back across the river. We need to get Nelson moving. I think we gotta pull out. Lion is gonna try and be brave over here on the right. Ooh. And you got Willard's cabins back in it. And a melee with Cullum getting charged. They'll be broken. Ah, these Rebs mowing us down like grass. No! Okay, Lion, get on out. You'll be here. Retreat there, go. Heinzelman, come on with him. Dillon, come on back to here. Willard, mount up. And come on back to like here. Retreat. And then as we do this, we're gonna hit the retreat button. We're out of here, man. They got us on this one, dude. Oh my God. What do you got? Man, you new shoes. Sending me out. Overwhelmed by your left flank. Time for fighting withdrawal. Live to fight another day. Yes, sir. Each of the immobile unit commanders playing a mind game of solitaire. Yes, they are all very busy on this snowy morning, and General Cadwalader, he has no use of any of his division or brigade commanders, I guess. So here we go. We got to try and get out of here. We got to try and get the hell out of here. Lion's broken. Robinson was going to go on the attack. We need him to get out of here. Shaw trying to get out. Same here, same here. Sanford, let's get you back across here. Go, go, go. Get out of here, boys. It's not your night. Ah! Crap. So they'll push us back out of West Tennessee, right? In a fight in this nasty terrain. Tried to spread a line across this area near to cover the victory point, and they just did a nice little, you know, anvil and hammer on us right there, man. Just 2-3 whole divisions right here across Widow Howell Field. Crazy. Just freaking crazy. Maybe able to make a little bit of a stand down here is kind of, again, kind of a narrative thing. But Cadwalader, he may get sacked after this. He may get sacked after this, man. Overwhelmed, yeah. Overwhelmed. Least you can say about that. Mansfield, come on. Mansfield's a veteran of the Army of North Virginia. We'll have ourselves a significant defeat here. A significant defeat that'll backtrack everything. Morrell, need you back here, bud. Get everybody out. Get everybody out. 2 times. We'll have lost quite a few artillery pieces in the process. Probably going to have to back, you know, they'll get a free depot that's got a lot of stuff in it. It's a real setback out west, this right here. They did a good job, the AI did, on this one. I got to hand it to them. I got to hand it to them. It didn't feel good. It doesn't feel great at all. But, you know, you just gotta take your lumps sometimes, man, right? Sometimes that AI will get you, and they got me. Look at that. So they come up the road, they get me tied down here as I was kind of doing the same thing to them in a little meeting engagement, and then they crush me. Battle's over before noon. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. Get on back. Looks like we won't suffer too many more casualties, which is good news. Lion is broken, but it's not a lost resilience route. We'll get out with a defeat. By the way, how bad is it? Yeesh! Ooh, they really whooped us on this one. And now, I'm not quite sure what was going down with our generals early on getting janky and doing like their own thing and moving some troops over here, and this brigade commander is going to go here, not there. And then there is some of that where it's like all you want to do is change the brigade's formation and things get confused, I guess, and it takes them forever and they're getting shot at the entire time. This was a meeting engagement that very much did not at all go well for the Union Army. Holy crap. Down 4,000 troops. Okay, well, we killed almost as many as we got killed. And a lot missing. Ooh, man. Yeah, this is this one's going to go back to Washington and get some people fired. I imagine we'll fight on the Shiloh battlefield again out here. Damn, all-out route. Rebs will be able to push maybe all the way up to Cairo. I really hope that, I hope we're not in real big trouble here. We're going to have to pull our navies back. This is a major boon for the Confederates right here. Withdrawn from battlefield, although the battle is counted as lost. Troops are retreating orderly. Well, that's good news. Boy. All right. So there you have that, man. God dang. God awful dang. My national morale is going to drop there. Military experience goes up, though. That's fine. Colonel Nagel has fallen into disgrace. Yes. Generals all playing cards. They're all distracted somehow. I don't know what was going on there necessarily. Left it all up to the regimental commanders, right? And they were all just going different directions, dragging the brigades a million different directions all at once. The brigades didn't know what the heck to do. I don't know. They call it a minor defeat. There's at least that. We're going to have to find another name for that battle. Not sure what. Maybe it'll be Widow Howell Field, the Battle of Widow Howell Field. Our Mississippi retreating from the battlefield in good order. Stinging defeat. We know the casualty counts. We did not capture our rifles and stuff. Very first things first, we're going to have to... and in conjunction with that, we lose this one. So we're going to have to bring these boys back. We need to come back and protect this area here. We need to start filling up that depot and get ready for those guys to come reeling backwards. The Army of Kentucky now under Major General Veal. It's likely a prime target in Nashville. And he would be outnumbered by a good bit. He would be in the open, though. So I wonder what battlefield we would fight on there. Should we make a move with him? With our artillery, no, I think we want to stay in Nashville out in the open. So, sheesh. That's a stinging defeat. Yeah, we spotted. There's Beauregard and Hood. Just about where I thought they'd be. Not quite, but just about. Oh my. Hancock's Corps marching in the snow. Is down into the orange now. In readiness. And here comes Magruder's Corps. Also on the march. Could the Confederates be up to another winter offensive in the east? I don't know. Sheesh. Sheesh. That was the January 21st, 1863. A big Union defeat in the West, man. Got a unit routed there. Our readiness is going to drop precipitously as we make our getaway. I think we may do some fighting. We may do another battle. I'm not sure. We're only in the yellow. May take another swipe at them, right? May let them take another swipe at us. So that convinces me perhaps to yeah, no, I don't think I want to leave. I don't think I want to leave Nashville. I think I want to keep it. Should we? Okay, we're already building a depot there. Should we go ahead and build a fortification? Nah. Nah. The Revs can use it against us. We haven't solidified our hold here enough. By the way, we do still have Scribner with this nice garrison of 3,000 troops, 20 guns in this Fort Croxton. We could add those troops to the army and pretty much refill the losses from this battle right here. So there is that. Army of the West. Should we take opportunity to go ahead and advance into Oklahoma and face these guys down? Let's do this. Go. Let's see how much cohesion we lose. See how much readiness we lose. Find out. All right. Pickett's Corps is going to dig in there. Fine. And the Army of the Mississippi is going to pull back to the depot here. I want to believe we'll be able to take that. Got 42 cannon now. Sheesh. Patrol. Good. All right. Tough loss. Yeah, tough loss. All right, we scared the Army of Tennessee off very well. Don't love doing it, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to take Williams Corps, newer corps, left wing. We're going to move by rail down. We're going to take the right wing. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to just kind of move forward down here, dang it. Center wing could move to here. We'll take the railroad where we can. We'll have to march a ways. Right? This cavalry, I think I'd like to send them back kind of right there. 2-time, boys. Force march. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, there's no way Magruder's Corps is getting across there. There's just no way. Ugh. You gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. Come on. Come on. Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. That was another clever little move. Okay, Hancock is all the way in the red now. Let's have them halt. Boy, they about got me there. What are we going to do now? All right, we've got this depot. We can fill it up. Cool. These guys are still in the yellow. We're going to put them on defensive now. Scouting. We know Pickett's got over 20,000 men right here. Man. So that's kind of what's next. Seems we may have some weather over here now. No, halt. I'm not going to have them destroy their readiness on the march. I'm just not going to do it. Just not going to tolerate any of that. 3 new ships. Yeah, this is still the same. This is still the same. Right, right. And Magruder is on the retreat there, so good deal. We have them all getting together down here in Gordonsville, eh? There's Buckner Sr.'s court. Looks like he may be up to something. Let's fill up that depot. Let's go medium on this one. Got some wintertime action this time around, man. This is kind of nuts. 1861, winter 1861-62 didn't have this much activity, that's for sure. Not this much activity at all. I'd really hoped that, like, I mean, I keep getting delayed. I keep getting delayed trying to work on coastal operations. The Confederates keep finding opportunities to distract my attention from my own plan. Oh, that's just brilliant. I mean, you got to credit the AI for that, right? It's like they know. It's like they know. I mean, we're still winning the war for now. We've got, okay, morale of armies is back down low again. Ours is pretty low too. I think we'll have to do, what do we got going here? Do we have Buckner on the march? Does he want some? Does he want a piece of left and right wing Army North Virginia? I'm a little surprised he wants a piece, man. I honestly am. Here they are just marching through the woods. All right, well, that's AI being dumb for the AI. All right, so that's like I was talking about that one not long ago, right? So the AI in the game is a little dumb. I could have complained a little bit about it in this last battle that we just fought, right? I could have bitched and moaned a little bit about it because it was being pretty dumb on my side, and it hurt me a little bit. But if the AI is going to be dumb for it, then I guess it's just fair that it's going to be dumb for me too, because I've made the point before that, like, in the real thing, there was some really dumb stuff that the generals got up to. Got a lot of guys killed. Was not savvy. Was not good. But they did it. AI that's a little dumb gives you the same result. And now we've got AI that has cleverly interposed. So I'm thinking there's a good chance that what we may do is we may do a transfer. I think that's what we may do here. I think the Army of Kentucky becomes the Department of Nashville under Veal, and that's fine. But what we're going to do is we're going to transfer Gibbs Cavalry Division over to Cadwalader's army. And, oh, by the way, we got to handle some post-battle stuff. I think he needs to get sacked. Let's give Bayard's division over. And we're still waiting for these guys. 2 days for these guys to arrive. Those are new recruits. Just like that. We'll stick with divisions. Army of Kentucky. We'll go down to about 7,900 men and all of these guns. That'll be good because they'll probably need them. Then the Army of the Mississippi goes back up to around 25,000 men, 51 guns. Once they get everybody. I like that better. Let's give him one more battery. Let's do that. Veal will be left with this in Nashville. Let's complete that transfer. That'll take a little while, not too long. But I want to reinforce this army, get its readiness back in the green, and I think we may want to have at it here in the west again. I love how things are kind of shifting focus, back and forth. That's one thing I love about what we got going here. Okay. Army Tennessee retreated all the way back to here. You got Johnson's Corps and Buckner's Corps still here in West Virginia. Okay. McClellan's army is going to have to deal with them. Left wing is finally on the move. They'll be down here to support if needed, or rather the center wing. It looks like he's going straight to the north. So let's have these guys stop. Let's have center wing chill. 12,560 men. We could hold if Buckner seriously wants to march all the way across the dang wooded terrain. Dumb stuff like Pickett's charge, Stonewall at Fredericksburg, Hood's charge at Franklin, Rebel charge Murfreesboro, Yankee assault Kennesaw Mountain. Yeah. Now, okay, at the same time, I'm going to make a defense of what happens when stuff like that gets ordered. It gets in a general's head, and I've done plenty of reading about this. For instance, Burnside. Okay, let's take Fredericksburg as an example. His army has crossed the Rappahannock River, okay? And I'll pause for this. It's overnight. I feel fine pausing for this. So Burnside's army has crossed the Rappahannock River. Its back is now to the river with only these rickety, these few number of pontoon bridges to try to conduct an orderly retreat across, right? So for all Burnside knows, once the attack up toward Prospect Hill has essentially faltered and not achieved enough momentum to carry out a broader sweeping movement with the whole army, what you're afraid of at that point is, well, shoot, I've got to play defense now with my back to the river, not a ton of space to set up my artillery and my men. Yeah, there's a city there, but with my back to the river. So if Lee comes down off that hill and just sweeps us back into the river, we can't have that. So again, the maxim that at any moment when it comes to military science, generally speaking, what you're doing is, whether that's with skirmishers, recon forces, artillery, aircraft, it doesn't matter. You are attacking. Like, everything in the military thinking of any situation often is like, when should we attack? Moments between attacking. You don't go a lot of the times in the school of thought of like, we're going to go someplace and we're going to defend. We're going to just wait for them to come at us. You are all the time trying to push ahead, try to push the initiative, to try to seize the initiative. So as I understand it, what Burnside's fear is that Lee was going, now that the attack on Prospect Hill had lost steam and had basically failed, because he was pinning a lot on that attack, Burnside was, and it almost worked. Matter of fact, probably would have worked if the generals underneath him had executed it properly. And let's not forget, this Burnside's case, that those pontoon bridges didn't get to his army in time either. And so he's in a bad spot with his back to the river, and in his mind he's going, well, now we're going to have to, we got all day now. We got to attack them, or they're going to attack us and drive all of my entire army into the river and maybe destroy my army. And if you think about it like that, it explains the decision to literally just keep throwing men at Murray's Heights. And just keep throwing men at Murray's Heights and keep throwing men at Murray's Heights. because Burnside saw what Jackson did over off Prospect Hill after his attack had faltered. There was a huge battle that took place over on that side of the battlefield where Jackson pushed some troops forward. I think they crossed over there was a railroad embankment that was fought over back and forth. But Jackson was kind of pushing over there. Burnside's like, well, Lee could do the same thing over here near Fredericksburg too. I had better attack, or my army's just going to get driven into the river. So dumb things like Fredericksburg even have reasons behind them that are even kind of a little bit like, okay, all right, I get it. So in order to save the army, what you're saying is that we're going to have to get a whole bunch of guys killed, is what you're saying. And at the end of the day, that ends up kind of being the long and short of it. That's a fascinating part about Civil War history. Yeah, for the bridging equipment, right? Allowed Lee all the time he needed to dig in up there. Rob, was that Pelham? Was that Pelham? Yeah, Meade was there. So, shoot, I could talk about this stuff all day long as we take a break from the actual gameplay. But yeah, Meade, and it's like inadvertently to him. I love reading about that. It was like his division goes forward. Franklin doesn't give him any kind of support whatsoever because he's not confident, I guess, in what he's got in front of him, and sends a piecemeal force. I forget the details about that, I think, about the personalities and what they were thinking at the time, being mostly General Franklin. And Meade is breaking through the Confederate line in a spot where the Confederates didn't think the Union would think to send troops at. And indeed, Meade has got a breakthrough going. Had he gotten any kind of support, he probably could have kept punching through, and then they probably could have set another division up behind him and had themselves, and had the Rebs reeling from the right flank right from jump. And so at that point, then, okay, let's pretend like Burnside's attack over there on Prospect Hill was working, right? Okay, well, then attacking Marye's Heights, excuse me, starts to make more sense because you're already rolling them up from that side, and now it's time to push from this side, right? I love that part about history, man. The things that are presumably dumb, and it was like it was dumb, deadly thing to do, but it almost had to be done according to the commanding general. And I don't necessarily disagree. I really don't. Where are we at? Okay, yeah, I bet we've just about done enough for tonight, I think. God, hate that we have to deal with a stinging loss there as we get into late January. I think we'll save it up. Do want to say thanks to all those who tuned in tonight. We had quite a few more concurrents on the stream sticking in. You guys are the best. Thumbs up on the video. Appreciate you. Subscribe. Become a member. Please do. Support the channel for as little as $2 to $5.